no going back from here. Not until we've done what we came here to.
Hold! Don't set foot in that room. Yeah. The schematics are just a trigger. Run!
You've suffered extensive damage, Commander.
Пиздец, я чуть бы коньки не откинул. В цьому випадку треба бігти. Так, хорошо.
In spite of substantial efforts to prolong his life, my father's condition continues to deteriorate, both physically and mentally. It has been difficult to observe. His latest effort would see him entombed within an automechanical body. I objected, of course, to my father becoming some chimera of machine and man, but was overruled. Now the Order informs me that, far from being a panacea, this attempt has exacted a toll on my father that is likely to finish what time and disease have already begun. I may soon be sovereign. And if that bears out, I'm willing to hide all of this. Burn all of my father's research into longevity.
Over here, Commander.
Automech body
Reckon I
away
found
at the
something that might be
factory.
useful
What
to
grief I will inherit. What mess.
Надеюсь, вы будете исполнять те условия также. Вы будете оставаться ценными. Бібліоман. Книгам, а разговоры с людьми вас истощают. Що? А розговори з людьми уменьшають його на... А чо прикольно? Хай буде. Та що ж таке? Так, что-то букет недостатков. Жизнь вас нехило потрепала, однако вы получили преодолевать любые свои недостатки и становиться только лучше. Использовать его при первом прохождении не рекомендуется. Внимание, после выбора... А что тут? Все изъяны необходимо принимать, однако вы получаете одно дополнительное очко способности каждый 5-й уровень. Не, конечно, не. Але классная идея. Так, там хтось зверху.
Have a look, Commander. With a little elbow grease and some inadvisable engineering, reckon I could finagle these components into a fine explosive gel. Who knows? Could come in handy. Just doing my part. But thanks for the vote of confidence, Commander. Let's keep on. I'll continue tinkering on this in the meantime, see what I can come up with.
Made it through. Good. Now there should be 3 switches in this room. When pulled in the correct order, the doors should open. If I'm reading this right, the order is 1, 3, 2. But which switch corresponds to which number? Damn it. Why must the Protectorate abstract everything?
Let's see if we can't suss out which switch is which before we commit to guessing. Keen as I am to avoid another defibrillation. Maybe if we could peep the wiring.
1, 3, 2. Треба ще ж поняття якісь. А, ну я понял. Типа так. Ага. Ладно, треба вивідати ще.
By my grandmother, I cannot abide the time this research into the rifts is taking. It has been years, and yet I am still absent my wife and daughter. I am still half whole. The researchers swear it's possible to bring them back from the void. Perhaps those are only pretty lies intended to pacify me, but I trust Dr. Hurley to tell me the truth. I know the Consul wishes me to give up this obsession and focus on the war effort, but why should I? Am I not sovereign of Arcadia? Should my desires not take priority?
О, там щось є. Перший, третій, другий. От його. Поняття. Мабуть так, не знаю. Чи може тут щось якась підказка? Ладно, давайте сохранимося. Так, один.
Damn it! The automated security
Hostilities are afoot.
No, look out!
Combatant scared. Amplification in progress. Getting numbed. Unready.
Mobility interrupted. Plasma tolerance exceeded.
I just found a logbook that indicates there are N-ray wires installed that may correspond with each switch. Perhaps that would be useful. The code I originally supplied can still be relied upon. 1, 3, 2.
Що ти хочеш? Що я не розумію? Так, подождите. Ще раз. Так, копнул глубже и обнаружил, что N-лучевая проводка может подсказать. Один, 3, 2. Ось 3, 1, 2. Ага, я понял. Я ж не сразу зрозумів. Трошки я покажу.
Wrong again. The code is 1, 3, 2. Wrong again. The code is 1, 3, 2.
Перепрошую, я закупив знову.
We're not overly impeded by this puzzle, but I apologize for my lack of preparedness.
Does that seem a little off to you, Commander? I think he's starting to worry me. That business with the curator. I'm glad Zeb stood down, but it was close. Never seen him so eager for bloodletting before. He's changed. Ain't sure for the better. Losing Audra couldn't have helped neither. Still wish we could have done more there. Well, no use stewing. We've still got a vault to break into and tyrannical government to topple.
That vault door is quite the obstruction. Fortunately, there should be a code. No. Fuck! They changed it recently. That shouldn't have happened until next week. I'm certain I can diagnose the issue. Now that you've cleared the way, I'll come down and join you.
Remember those components I found? I was able to turn them into something halfway useful after all. This gel should get us through that vault door. Turns out you were right about trusting my instincts. You take the honors, Commander. I'll be right behind you.
I was hoping for more.
Running hot, or was that a hint of worry I heard in your voice back there?
Alas, I neglected to pack a thermometer. This terminal should allow me to retrieve all the information stored here.
Так. Уже это отрывки из трудов первого епископа, призначен пректоратом слишком провокационный в вымирании всех публичных источников. Первый епископ работал над этими текстами уже в конце своей жизни. Здесь он оплакивает избранный Аркадией путь, особенно после смерти матриарха, и свою роль в становлении ордена как оплота против инакомыслия. Последние две строки гласят: числа подкрепляли наши доводы, но что, если наши изначальные положения были ошибочны?
This cannot be right. There's nothing here save the designs for the skip drive. Not even initial concepts. 10 years in Arcadia and the matriarch invented nothing? And what's this about a deal with the Earth Directorate? We need to talk. Now.
Так, что-то у нас ниже приведен отрывок из личного дневника матриарха. Мне не сказано жаль, что ради управления страной пришлось обзавестись наследником. С каждым днем я все больше убеждаюсь в том, какой большой ошибкой было подарить Рубену жизнь. И что еще хуже, власть. Став сувереном, он схватился за эту колонию мертвой хваткой, попросту разрушая все свои мечты. Он переписывает историю, искажая факты в угоду своим целям. Мои преступления и вопреки для него слово мухи, от которой легко отмахнуться. Сейчас я слишком стара, слишком бессильна и как никогда боюсь за будущее Аркадии. Мой бедный любимый протекторат. Боюсь, совсем скоро его не узнает даже собственная мать. Компенсатор для начала боя. Вы на время получаете 10% от максимального запаса здоровья при поступлении в бой. Прикольно.
In times of darkness, we must hold our principles dear. I fear the longer this war continues, the further we stray from them. Every step we take must honor the matriarch. I tell Henry this, but he is set in his ways. His notions regarding these rifts are sorely misguided. Why close them when we can use them to Arcadia's benefit? It matters not what the Order thinks, what the Doubters say. The Architect bestowed us with the power of skip drives so that we may secure a perfect future. We must act with haste. I only ever wished for Henry to embrace his role as the caretaker of Arcadia, the savior of us all. But if he has chosen a different path, I will do as I must. And I must not fail.
З коліматором. Що це за вінтовка з коліматором? Нічого собі вінтовка. Вау! Капец. Какая ж.
I knew the Protectorate festered with lies, but I had no idea the Earth Directorate was complicit. Niles, did you know?
Slow up, Zeb. What are you talking about?
It says your agency struck an agreement with the Matriarch over a century ago. In exchange for skip drives, Arcadia was allowed to completely govern itself with absolutely no outside interference, including from the Earth Directorate.
What message? Why didn't you say anything about it sooner?
If this information is true, then the Earth Directorate permitted the Matriarch to create a colony filled with her vassals, enslaved to her will. Everything Arcadia is, all of the suffering that's taken place here, it all could have been avoided. Things could have been different. There's more. The skip drive schematics are here. How the explosive safeguards against tampering work, its evolution over time. But no original concepts, no sketches, nothing. Our dear matriarch is a fraud, a cheat. She did not invent the skip drive. There are messages here between her and the First Sovereign that all but confirm it. I thought I might find some technological innovation that could be handed to the Protectorate's enemies. But this is almost better.
Тобто матріарх, як ото казали, вона не створювала двигун. Ну тут логічно. Сказочного, дивіться, скачкового двигателя.
By releasing this information, we can thoroughly crush the image the Protectorate has been built upon. The Sovereign will be revealed as the unclothed emperor he is, and demolish Arcadia's myth of superiority. If we administer truth to the people, their strength will return. Erstwhile, giving the skip drive designs to the Protectorate's enemies will even the fight. Their technological prowess will be made into nothing. Everything will come apart.
Took the words right out of my mouth. Not to mention how this agreement with the Protectorate will completely destroy the Earth Directorate's reputation.
I was not aware of such a connection between rifts and the skip drives. But I have confidence the Order will figure out a solution. Science is their theater, after all. As for the Earth Directorate, don't you see? This frees them from any obligation to the Protectorate. They'll be able to manufacture skip drives themselves. The deal will be voided.
It's worth holding the Earth Directorate's feet to the fire for this deal, but I don't think the entire organization should be judged by its worst decision. It's done a lot of good, too. Plus, making the skip drive tech available, that's like throwing a lit match into a fuel converter. Can't think of a worse idea right now.
Do you think the Protectorate stand around debating the potential for injury? No. They act, and so must we. Damn the consequences. should I refuse to leave empty-handed, what then? Short of shooting me? No.
I know you're aiming to do the most good for the most amount of people, Zeb, but sowing chaos ain't the way.
Do you know how many of my friends died so we could reach this point? Audra sacrificed herself. And you would have me what? Give up now on the cusp of victory? Lay bare my throat for the Protectorate machine to cut?
You remember what we argued about? The day before I left?
I've replayed it in my mind many times.
A lot's changed. But that hasn't. Life in Arcadia could be just like we dreamed it. But there's no future if you go through with this. Not for anyone.
Out of respect for my friend, I will forestall the release of this information and seek another avenue to help liberate the people of Arcadia. I'll remain here for a while longer to cover our tracks. The Protectorate will discover the break-in, but hopefully never learn more specifics of what we did and found.
Guess this is goodbye.
Only for now. If we both come out of this war intact, I'll find you. If you wish to be found, of course.
I want to talk it over with the commander, but... yeah, maybe we can work something out.
Я вже думаю, реально зараз буде драка. Але у мене, дивіться, яка ключичка появилася. Ха-ха-ха. Ще патронами, це піпець пушка. А, ось. Да. Я вже готов надіть його. Ух ти. Кайф. Благосклонность фортуны. Вы получаете дополнительные 30% к сопротивлению урона. Бонус будет увеличиваться дальше с ростом речевого навыка. Однако при получении урона вы теряете половину его значения в битвах. Эффект не действует, если у вас нет битов. Дорого. Получение урона теряет половину его значения в битах. Ах, и то я буду витрачать гроші. Так, игнорировать вражеские атаки при уровне здоровья ниже 50%. Давайте попробуем запустим, ничего не будет. Интересно же.
Don't even know where to start with everything that happened in there. At least we were able to talk Zeb out of his plan to release everything we uncovered. I'm all for sowing chaos in the Protectorate, but that kind of information is liable to do more harm than good in the wrong hands. I understand his desperation. What I don't understand is the Earth Directorate's part in Arcadia's existence. Ever agreeing to such a cruel bargain in the first place? I expect backroom dealing from unregulated corporations, not from the only agency keeping them in check. The Earth Directorate should be better than that. You're telling me you wouldn't have done things differently, or at least tried to. Permission to speak candid, Commander. Yeah, suppose we move well past formalities. Strange as it sounds, this whole experience with Zeb has helped me finally understand the position Augustine was in, back at Horizon Point. Ain't easy having to decide between your allies and protecting untold innocence.
Жизнь часто заставляет нас играть там, где ведут.
It's the damnedest thing. In spite of everything, I find myself relieved we spared her. Augustine still owes a debt to us, and the rest of the galaxy. Maybe she pays it all someday, and maybe she doesn't. Either way, you were right to give her the chance. Provided the rift don't dismantle us all before then. Yeah, suppose we will. Reckon time will decide the heroes from villains in this tale, but it's gonna be hard to forgive the Earth Directorate for arranging the stage like this in the first place. Deep down, I'm still convinced the galaxy is better with the Earth Directorate in it, flawed as it is. But what happened with Arcadia can never be allowed to happen again. Something has to change within the Directorate, and I think we're best positioned to see that reformation through. All said, I appreciate you giving me the space to work through this. Sort of feels like the future's opening back up after a long time closed. Likewise, Commander.
Дякую, Нес. Давайте и спробуем.
Ready to wait. On your command.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Побед,
I have a fix on their weaknesses. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Torpificator is charged. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Гвинтівка-то хороша штука, але вона стріляє виходить по 10 снарядів і забагува. Лужа крови, перед вами большая лужа крови, судя по всему, человеческой крови. Рядом с ней лежит маленькое замысловатое устройство. Залитую кровью место ведут крупные нечеловеческие следы. Вокруг замечены признаки непродолжительной борьбы. Второй ряд следов, ведущие от этого места, заметно глубже. Это подразумевает, что существо что-то несло. Ага. Так, индикатор свободно болтается. Возвращается кольцо подсветки с индикатором. Направление разворачивается, указывает на то, что он отслеживает. Учитывая компактность устройства и объем его источника энергии, вы быстро приходите к выводу, что объект слежки его должен быть рядом. Я ненавижу помогать ведущим ученым с опытами колючая. Отправляет меня с точно таким же поручением: ни вооруженной охраны, ни оружия, ни чегошеньки. Только дурацкое устройство слежения и маячком. Мне всякое довелось повидать, но чистое безумие. Я близко не подойду к гнезду, швырну туда маячок и рвану обратно, на базу. А после переведусь куда-нибудь в безопасное место. Не повезло ему.